Yeah, I'm talking my shit today. But not in like, oh, this is like I said, I'm not about bashing black women, but it's just things that I am noticing, which is why this is called Dulce Fly. This is just things that I notice. And y'all see the title. I'm starting to notice this more, and like, it's kind of like the reason why we get into the gender war battles and some shit like that. And I don't know if it's just if we should stop giving analogies or we should just be telling them straightforward. But I feel like sometimes even when we tell them straightforward, they don't fucking get it. And it's just like, and I have been like up for it, but sometimes analogies, and as far as men, I think we get analogies. Sometimes it's best to like, yo, it's just like, oh, I get it. You kind of use an analogy to get it. I see this every time when it's just like when a woman says she wants something, and it's just like, oh, someone flips it on them. Especially when it comes to double standards. Fresh and Fit are really good at that. It's like anytime when a woman does say something, it's like they want a man 6 feet tall, 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6 inches, or some shit like that. And a man said, "Yo, I would like him, 5 foot, like 5 foot four, uh, fit, feminine, fit, friendly, and feminine, um, things like that. And it's just like, and submissive and all that stuff. And the women go, "Why you want that? Why you want that?" And all that stuff. It's like you asked for the 6 foot nigga. I can't ask for what the fuck I want. And it's just like along those things. It's just like, and you see, it's just like, oh, there go your double standards. You could get what you want, and no one batted out. But when I tell you what the fuck I want, it's a fucking problem. And like, I get it. Some people they're only gonna react because they're only gonna react, especially if you like the person, you don't really fit their criteria. So most of your time being is selling yourself to the person that don't really want you anyway, which is to me it's a waste of time, which is why I tell people fuck with people that fuck with you. Why would you need to sell yourself to a person? I understand you like the person, whether you want to smash them or you get into a relationship, but why would you want to sell yourself to a person that don't want you? I look at life as an infomercial. This is just like whoever wants me is going to want me. If I don't fit your criteria, that's so well. Then it's not for you. There's going to be the one that's for me. They're going to be the ones. They're going to be the ones that's just going to enjoy the product. You want something else? Okay, go somewhere else. Then it's not for you. A lot of people are like that. Um, but yeah, what is I want to give an example why women suck in analysis, and I'm going to the video is which for some reason I cannot find, and I want to react to for my own damn self. But I either took it down or it's just like I just can't find it. But it's about with MDK Williams, Melissa Ford, El Varner. It's funny because people is like, "Who the fuck is El Varner?" It's like that's the Can I Get a Refill? If I'm correct, um, Can I get a refill? Her, and she don't really say much, but I was trying to look for that specific video because I wanted to react to it myself. It's just a simple reaction, but there was a part, but that's going to be in another video later if I find the full video. Right now, I wanted to react to, and the whole point of this video is why I think women suck in analogies. We're going to go back to when Tyler Perry was talking about he had when he was talking about if your man pays for the light bills is fine and all that other stuff, and black women was all the rage, and it was just like it's not, and it's, like I feel like women misunderstood what the fuck he said. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up what Tyler Perry fucking said. So I had to get this off of Reva TV because again for some reason I couldn't find it. I had to piggyback it off of someone else. So I piggyback this off of Reva TV. Go follow Reva TV if you like her content. But here is the video of Tyler Perry talking about what the fuck he said.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In the in our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yeah.
They need a man who that, he got to pay all the bills. He got to do this. He got to be at least this high. He got at least this. A lot of women follow the trends of what they are. A lot of women get their feelings hurt. And it's so crazy, but it's so true. A lot of women speak to him in a way like he literally has no sense, like he's dumb. You talk to him like he don't have. Oh, what did you say? Oh, that's not how you pronounce that. How you pronounce that is this. And then you want to talk about how you pronounce that is this. And
especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you pay the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody who is, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
so the unthinkable happened.
Sorry for jumping in all through that. I figured it'd be in the front, but because she goes on a rant. If you want to see it, just check it out on her channel. If you never seen her work before, she definitely goes on a rant about it. With that being said, y'all heard what the fuck Tyler Perry said. So here, Daniel's page. Just so, like I said, I couldn't find the full video. I don't know if he has a video in the description box or nothing. I probably got to check it again. But getting to what, in my opinion, women are, not understanding. Here's what the ladies said.
These real boss men, they do not desire a financial or an intellectual equal. They are not attracted to it. It is a...
This is how we gonna start it off, y'all. How they gonna start the whole clip off just with this? Okay, let's use our context clues before we get into it. We got old girl with yellow hair. Now, she got yellow hair, not even Ebony K. Williams. Yellow hair and green fingernails. Yellow hair and green fingernails. Just to start off. Not because of your skin color. It's not because you're black. It's because of that bad fucking attitude. You're never going to get results. Look, You can't even get those same results when you're in corporate America. Why should we have to deal with it when you come home? This shit makes no sense, bro.
You got a lot of backlash. And then I believe it was Tyler Perry who came on the flip side and basically said that we need to start looking at men that don't make as much. I believe it was Tyler Perry who came on the considering them.
I think his exact thing was, I mean, if he can contribute to, the light bill, then
The light bill.
the light bill,
That's
but
what he said.
but he makes you happy in all other areas, then I mean, and he met you at your worth. I thought he'd actually said he met you at your worst.
Worst.
I was like, wait, what are we even saying? What's this?
Hey, you got a bunch of single women who got horrible pasts, who the men, and I keep saying this, if y'all are so great, then how come you wasn't picked? Because I know one thing about men, and this is a fact. One thing about men is we don't let a good thing get away. I mean, dudes will compete. And when I say compete, I mean compete for the women that they want. We do not let it slip through the cracks. We will go to hell and high water to go and get the one that we want. We will bring her in. We will make it comfortable. Look, if y'all are so great, then how come nobody picks you?
What is the story that we're being force fed? It's gross.
And they were applauding him.
I was just like, this is, first of all, Tyler Perry makes movies where the bus driver looks like Boris Kojo. And in that case, bring him on. Every single woman would be like, girl, I'm dating a bus driver. Oh, you want to see it? You know what I'm saying? So, yes, that's a factor. And it's like, I kind of feel like it was it was a gotcha moment with you.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, why throw bus driver at you?
Here's the thing about what Tyler's suggesting, right? The subtext is going back to what we just talked about. Your worth is minimal. So if you are willing to accept minimal contribution to your household, a la a light bill, that is equivalent to your value in society. That's the subtext there that no one's saying.
I wish women would just take into consideration this. Listen.
Now, watching this, I went, that's not what the fuck he said. That is like, this is it's one of those things where like you have to, because women do this all the time where you say something and they go, so you expect me to do this? Like, that's not what the fuck I said. It was just like, well, that's how I felt. It was like, you feelings are wrong. That's not what the fuck I said. And it's like, look how all those women like got wrong what the fuck Tyler Perry was talking about. It's just like, and it's like a lot of, and the funny thing is, a lot of these women, they was just like, and I could show you this because this doesn't have to, um, this doesn't have to be me requiring to play videos, but like I want you to look at some of these women that disagree with what Tyler Perry said, see how their titles was, and you could tell where it was going, and you could tell it was like what Tyler Perry was doing. But I've always look, I'm old school. I feel like a man, protected and provided. I feel like a man should make more than a woman because you've seen it when a woman makes more than a man, even if she makes like 20K more than man. Like, let's say a man and she make 100, like 40, like she better or some shit like that. Take lives and all that other stuff, and then she could just be doing OnlyFans or some shit like that. She gonna feel like she better because she make more money. Because that's how most women like depict it. It's some shit like that. And trust me, I've seen it. Like if the woman makes more money than you, she felt like she's taking care of you. And it's like, I make my own fucking money. Like, look at how people look at, like, they called ASAP Rocky Dusty. It was like ASAP Rocky. And I felt sorry. feel sorry for those men. It's just like, yeah, you make money, but your wife make more than you or some shit like that, and they thinking you just cheaping off. It's like, no, nigga, I get money too. But nobody really talk about those relationships. Um, here it is. Tyler Perry, like, let's look at these YouTube. Let's look at. This is what I mean by you women sucking it. Tyler Perry wants to be fine with paying all the bills while they man just pays a light fucking set. The public reacts to Tyler Perry telling black women to settle with a man only paying the light bill. Like, look at these. My thoughts on what Tyler Perry. Like, even this on the Joe Budden podcast, black women should be open about splitting bills. It's like, that's not even a basic. Like, I think a lot of people just look at. So he should just pay the light bill, and I could just be set up. I said, and I tell people that's not even the point of his argument. The point of argument is if you find a man that makes you happy and he treats you right and he does all the correct things, it's just like you should be able to keep that man. That was the whole point of his. Like, I think people. That's why I said people was missing the whole point. The whole Tyler Perry. Like, someone as an example that's like, if all he could pay the light bill, that was just like him just throwing an example. But he was just like, he treats you good. He treats you like a queen. He does everything right. He's a good man. And he's a hardworking man. He just don't make the money you make. It's like, are you really gonna give up on that man? Like, a lot of people was listening to, so all he can pay is the light bill. It's like, if he's a good man, that's like, you women are taking it too literal. Y'all like, I can't remember Guardians in the Galaxy, but the Batista character that takes things too literal. He was like, I do not take things literal. Nothing goes over my head. If it would, I would catch it. He's like, things are just literal. You women are too literal sometimes. I feel like you miss the point. And I feel like as men, it's just like analogies. We throw analogies. We will throw analogies because sometimes we will get analogies. It's just like, I see what you mean. Well, even if we don't understand, it's just like you're throwing analogies. I see what you meant by that. Like metaphors and similes and all the other stuff. That's why, honestly, that's why, like, with rap, when people, like, some of the most prolific lyricists is like they use entendres and double entendres and like meanings, just like with the lyricism. It's just like, it's more than you could say, like, I'm hot like fire, or or you could like listen to Lupe Fiasco when he says I'm brainless, which means I'm headless, and Ichabod brainless, or foreplay that's sexist is from the next list. It's just like you got double entendres and all shit. I hear this, I'm peerless, I'm fearless, which means I'm eyeless, which means it sounds when I'm hearing this, which means I'm blinded. But I can find it, I can find this nearness. Like, you gotta break that down. Like, but once you break that down, you just like, oh my god, this nigga is really spitting shit. But Setty was what's my favorite line? Setty was a friend of mine, knew she was New Jersey, but said that she was Anaheim. It was like, that one's easier, but it's like, what the fuck he was talking about if you like really like focus on some shit like that. Said she was a fan of mine. Said she was thought she was found out she was from New Jersey. I thought she was from Anaheim. Like, people like. And like, when people break that down, you be like, "Oh shit, that shit makes fucking sense." And for those who don't know, New Jersey, devil, Anaheim, when they was in Anaheim, angels, right? She told me she was. I thought she was. I found out she was from New Jersey. I found out she was a devil when I thought she was an angel. That's all that fucking he said. That's in hidden entendres and what the fuck. Lupe's a genius that way. But this is what I mean. Like, every time I see stuff like this, and I feel like and I had to use this example because this is one of those perfect things. And I was just watching this, and I was just like, and like, the first thing I saw was them talking about this, and I was like, all of them did not get what the fuck you were saying, and it's the point. And the problem is they took that shit too literal. that was, and it was just like, why are you taking this shit too fucking literal? I found it. It's only a 16-minute video. Oh yeah. Sooner or later, if not tonight, or if not tonight or some other night, I'm going to look. It's on Madame Noir. This in the back room was 2 weeks ago. It's only a 16-minute video. I found a video, but anyway. But I was disappointed because even Ebony K. Wade was like, "Oh, you're telling me that black women's worth is at the bottom? That's not what the fuck he said. He didn't even say your worth was at the bottom. Matter of fact, the whole time, and the part that I feel like a lot of women missed, that he was kind of like bigging you up. I'm not saying to a point where he was simping, but he was just like, yo, we live in a time black women, they're making money. Now, statistically, black women overall, black men still make more than the average black man still make more than the average black woman. But he is talking about, and there is a rise of black women starting to make more money than black men. But they still can't find a mate. But it's just like, yo, okay, say the nigga treats you right. And he's and here's the thing they also miss. The nigga's a hard working man. He treats you right, he treats you like a queen, and he has a job. Because a lot of people think because a lot of these women, for some reason, they think that black men wants black women to date broke, dusty motherfuckers. And this is where a lot of argument comes from. It's just like, which is why I hate the term settle. I tell people I hate the term settle. Compromise, I feel like, is a better word. It's like you're not selling. I feel like when you settle, it's like you're not getting what you want, but also you're not going to get more than this. You just take it or leave it. It was like you don't need to settle. You need to compromise. This is okay. You're making the average salary, but if you're going to be with me, I'm gonna need you to because I could see you making more. I think you need to increase their wealth if you're going to be with me. Is like in due time, and I feel like women do push men like that. Now it's just like I know that, like I said, most people just make the average salary, but the man who's really going to push, and man that really wants to provide, he is going to push himself to make more. I told people one time, like when I got out the military, and the first time I worked again was at Walmart, and the first paycheck. I looked at that and I said, "Oh hell no, I am not staying here long," because I was just like, "This is not where the fuck this is not where the fuck I want to be at." At that Walmart paycheck, that little ass Walmart paycheck, and some shit like that. I'm busting my ass, and I remember I bust my ass. I stayed overtime, and I don't even think I made more than $400 fucking dollars. I said, "Fuck no." You out your fucking. I remember that. My father was just like, and I looked at my dad. I was like, "Fuck this shit." And it's just like, because like that 2 weeks, I busted my ass. I wanted to show people that I was a hard worker and all that other stuff. That paycheck killed my romance. And the second. What's worse is the second paycheck. I got paid a little bit more, but I didn't do as much. Imagine that. It was like, I'm not busting. Like this is what a lot of people are recognizing. It's just like, fucking bust my ass. Matter of fact, side note, because I don't mean to ramble. One of the ladies that I was working with, and she was like head of the meat department and all that other stuff. She was like, "I've never done overtime for these motherfuckers." It was like, why? Why fucking am I busting my ass for and all that other stuff? They're not paying me more. And some shit like that, get your random overtime paid. It's just like she didn't just see the point. He was like, "I'm not busting my ass for these." She was like, "I'm not busting my ass for these niggas," and some shit like that. And Lord knows she didn't. And shoot, I remember there was one time, and it wasn't even winter break. It was just like it was snowed in, and everybody called out except me, and I was the only one there. And I had to work the frozen department and the meat department. And I was new. I was brand new. Even some of the managers called out. imagine like I had to like try to get all this stuff. Now they sent me some people, but a lot of these people wasn't even in my department. And it's just like, oh, they wanted me to scan and all that stuff. And I really didn't do the scanning. I just really just put the fucking vegetables, the fruit and vegetables where they belong and some shit like that. When I tell you, it's like they wanted. It's like I don't know if they wanted me or to stay, but I clocked the fuck out and left. When my time was done, I clocked the fuck out and left. To this day, I don't even want to walk into a Walmart half of the fucking time. But that was my personal experience. Some people is better, but overall, I do that shit once a week. But even then, like women, I just want you to like understand. I don't know. So here's my situation, because is it, do women choose not to understand, or do just women just don't get entendres, or metaphors, or similes, or analogies? I think women just suck in analogies. I look at Fresh and Fit all the fucking time, and sometimes, yeah, say what you want about Myron, but his analogies be on point. And I would say his analogies on point. And a lot of people, they'll just like hear something and they just focus on that one thing or some shit like that. It's just like, and even with this one, it's like, and I showed y'all, oh, we should just settle for a broke nigga. We should just settle for someone that ain't gonna do much but pay the light. Like, oh, whoa. And the first things first, and I feel like, and this is the problem, and this is also the problem, and this is not Tyler Perry's fault, but he's also a billionaire. You're not coming from the average point of view, obviously. And I feel like analogy, even some of these people, like, because Anton Daniel, he make money. Anton Daniel, he get money. All right. Um, I feel like a lot, even Fresh and Fit, a lot of them get money. They'll tell you how to stack their money, but it's just like they don't tell you how to live within your means. And I've told people that. So a lot of people is just like, um, which is why, like, if you're living in your means, I tell you, and Media Man said this, majority of people, because a lot of people don't like the 50-50 talk, and I don't even mean to bring this up, but a lot of people, this is a majority of the fucking household lives on 50-50. It's like, not that many people live, like where one man fucking makes the most money. Majority of households, including white households, make 50-50. It's like it's actually pretty common for the fit, especially in today's, and this is what I tell people, it's just like, oh, like in that case I could do bad all by myself or some shit like that. So, hearing people talking about not making 50-50 is just like it's stupid. But a lot of people is just like, oh, I should just settle for a broke nigga. And I've always said, one, no one's telling you to settle for a broke nigga. And two, how much y'all think like just because you're selling 50-50, you're going to stay there? I said, what if he gets a job and he just starts moving up the ladder and he start making more? Because eventually you're going to be at a job. You may start at 40K, but you're not going to end at 40K unless you're at one of those dead end jobs. But if you got yourself a good fucking job, or you got yourself, hell, some people just work 2 fucking jobs. You're not going to be stuck there all the fucking time. You're going to move up. Your salary is going to move up to where you're going to be making good money, to where you can fucking, with most, depending on your occupation, you can motherfucking you can support a whole household. Like even with the whole bus driver and all that other stuff. And look, Melissa Ford, they're like all those women on there, and sooner or later, because I'm going to say this because I did see the video, but we just want to react live. All those women are accomplished in journalism and entertainment. And this is what women, and this is what Tyler Perry's like. I know women that man don't touch them in money. So it's just like, but but when you see them, they happy. It was just like, what is you need to ask them is like, what is the secret? And more or less, it's just like, if you're dating a man that knows that he's going to have some type of ego problem, and I feel like women need to ask this in a relationship. It's just like, are you going to have a problem? Are you going to have some type of problem with me making more money than you? I don't know. It's just, but I also think women are agents of chaos and don't ever want to be happy. I've said this. It's something about. I feel like that's the real curse of Adam and Eve. Is just not to get Eve and eat the apple. It's just the whole thing about Eve not eating the apple is that she's not satisfied, and that's how I take the whole Eve eating the apple. Even though God told you not to set it, it's like God told you not to eat this fucking apple. You ate the apple. Yeah, I know the snake. Anybody understand? But it's just like you're not satisfied. And then like some people gonna be in your ear, which is the snake. You're gonna have people in the ear talking about what the fuck you gonna do? You're better than that. He needs you. You need them. It's just like you're not satisfied. You gotta understand. You know, you always because I think women are never satisfied, which is I feel like that's the real moral story of Adam and Eve. Women are not satisfied. Because Adam didn't eat. Adam wasn't the one to eat that. He didn't understand. Eve made Adam eat the apple, but it's just like when Adam was, he was lonely, but he followed orders. Men will follow orders, but that's another thing about. The point is, I think you women need to be better at analogies. I just really just like get it. It's just like even if you don't get it, it's just like I don't get the analogy. What's the moral of the story? And then hopefully the brother will tell you the moral story. It's just like, yo, you asking for like sometimes when we even say like your delusion, it's just like, bro, it's just like we're trying to break and then we'll break it down. I've seen men break this down. It's like, so you want a 6-foot nigga that's only 10%. And this is honestly, this is the conversation I had with B. Is just like a lot of these women, they want niggas that's 6 foot and they're only like that's the 10% of men. So you telling me 90% of women want 10% of men, and which is what a lot of people are saying. It's just like the women they get on it, the men they asking for it, it's like not many of them. It's not that there's like a slew of them where they could just have their pick of the litter. It's not many of them, and not a lot of them won't get that. So maybe you should look at a nigga. Okay, maybe you don't make 100K, maybe you make 70K, and he knows how to. He knows, but he still takes care of me. He still looks at me good. Is that bad? It's like it's like is that bad? And you're like, no, that's not bad. But shoot. I'm gonna end this right now. Let me know what y'all think. Till then, my name is